So, today's draft. Who benefits the most from a conference championship win this weekend? We will each make 3 picks. Big Cat, you get the trivia question. If you get it right, you get the first pick. If you get it wrong, Sims gets the first pick. Derrick Henry won the rushing title this year with 1,540 yards. There are only 3 other players in NFL history that have won the rushing title and got to the Super Bowl in the same year. Name one of them.
Emmitt Smith?
Yes.
That was easy.
That was ridiculous.
He did it 3 times.
Yeah,
what color is blue, Big Cat?
Yes, right. Yeah. What color is the color blue? That was that stats. I'm disappointed in you. Jeez.
Okay, so I have to be strategic here because it is a 3-way draft.
Wait. Just so we know, the other ones, Terrell Davis in 1998.
Yep.
And Sean Alexander in 2005. But Emmitt Smith did it 3 times, 92, 93, 95. All right, go ahead, Big Cat.
All right, so I have to be strategic here. And I don't want Chris Sims to be able to wax poetically about Aaron Rodgers, so I will take Aaron Rodgers number 1 and remind everyone the so-called GOAT by Chris Sims has 1 Super Bowl victory to his name, and he would benefit the most because I think that if you want to be one of the greatest of all time, he needs to probably get another Lombardi trophy into that trophy case, so he would benefit the most. And then you throw in the additional Mike McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers thing that ended poorly last year. Can he now make the argument that they might have been in more Super Bowls if it weren't for Mike McCarthy? He probably can if they get there with Matt LaFleur in his first year. So I would say Aaron Rodgers benefits the most by winning on Sunday and going to another Super Bowl and maybe getting that second Lombardi trophy that would then cement him as one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, he's already one of the greatest of all time.
He's got one.
You're not.
He's got one.
We just saw the
Joe
NFL.
Flacco's got.
We just
Joe
saw the
Flacco better.
NFL 100-year all-time team. Dan Marino was one of the quarterbacks. He didn't win a Super Bowl. One of the greatest of all time. It's a team sport. Okay,
but Rodgers wasn't.
All right, I know. Well, it's okay. There was a lot of modern-day quarterbacks that weren't on it. There was only 2 that really made it, so that's all good. But up yours, Big Cat. Okay. So either way, Andy Reid will be my pick. All right, nice strategery there by you, Big Cat, but I got to go with Andy Reid. Of course, yes. I mean, he's famous for not getting there or not getting it done. The greatest coach we've ever seen to not win a Super Bowl, and he's only been there once, and he's had the conference championship, mishaps. And of course, last year at home against the Patriots, and Big Cat already mentioned it came out stale early, and then they bounce back and find a way. But he's the guy that I think benefits the most to have that opportunity to finally win that Super Bowl and to maybe correct this championship game bad record stigma that he has as well. I think he would benefit the most by winning on Sunday.
Yeah, I agree with you guys on both of the first 2 picks, but the next obvious one for me is Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs quarterback. It's his second year as a starter. He had the AFC Championship game at home last year and lost it. It's almost that, not that he benefits, it's that he avoids slipping into this narrative where he can't win the AFC Championship game at home, but also getting to the Super Bowl in his second year as a starter, I think, is important because it's going to further this notion that this guy really is revolutionizing the game. This guy is going to be a guy who has multiple Super Bowl wins by the time it's said and done, multiple MVP awards. And it is kind of strange how Lamar Jackson came out of nowhere this year to get us not thinking about Patrick Mahomes. Well, we're thinking about Patrick Mahomes a lot, and we're going to be thinking about him even more if and when, and I say when, they win on Sunday.
All right, you get half credit, Mike, because the real true point behind Patrick Mahomes benefiting the most from a victory on Sunday is the fact that Patrick Mahomes is about to get paid a lot of money.
He's getting it either way. It doesn't matter. Win or lose,
Mike,
he's still getting it.
Mike, let me finish because I'm about to make your point better than you did. Patrick Mahomes, when he gets that a lot of money, the roster construction is going to change. He might be on the best team that he will be on for the rest of his career because you can't pay everyone. So when he gets paid and they can't have, guys running everywhere down the field, he might in 5-6 years be like, hey, where are all my weapons? Oh, I had all the weapons when we could pay everyone. We can't pay everyone anymore. So that's why it's important that he gets the Super Bowl here with this team. So Mike, again, I should get credit for your pick because I made it better. Actually, you know what? That will just be my pick. Patrick Mahomes, and then just put in parentheses, Big Cat made a better point. So there it is.
I like it.
That's my
That
second pick.
is the laziest thing that has ever happened in the history of the PFT Live Draft. All right, go ahead,
Done.
Sims.
I like it. That's really good. You guys are like a dysfunctional couple. I don't even know what to say with you two. I'm going to go with my buddy Kyle Shanahan. I think he benefits the most. Well, I mean, I don't think you can disagree with this. One, hey, Kyle Shanahan gets this huge contract, 6 years guaranteed, all of that. Didn't go the best the first 2 years. Finally make a trade for Jimmy Garoppolo. He got hurt last year. Year 2 was underwhelming. I mean, this year and going to a Super Bowl would absolutely just verify that Kyle Shanahan was the right guy to be the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers, let alone the historical, what do I want to say, legacy type thing here. I mean, Shanahan would be the first father-son duo to ever go to the Super Bowl as head coaches. That's pretty amazing too. I mean, that's a legacy in itself. So to me, that's more of the big reason why I take Kyle over some of these other guys, is just because, man, to say you go to the Super Bowl to verify you're being the head coach, but then your father who won it twice and now you're in a Super Bowl as well, that kind of puts you in a very upper stratosphere of like football lineage, big names, hierarchy.
Also,
your
tattoo, your tattoo gets, like, the value of your tattoo goes up.
Thank you. Yes, you're right. Yes, very important.
Will you add to the tattoo? Will you add the last name so people know that KS means Kyle Shanahan and not some other KS you may have known?
I'm not doing anything like that. Nothing like that, okay? There's things you do in college. They're not always the smartest things, but I'm still proud of my tattoo, all right? It was an important time. They were great friends of mine, and, there's still some days I look down there and go, man, what the hell was I thinking with that?
And when you say he's the right guy for the 49ers, I mean it's the right guy in the appropriate way, not the Cleveland Browns right guy every other year who gets introduced at the press conference like we had earlier in
Cleveland. Yeah, they've never hired
it's always the right guy.
It's always the right guy.
We've got the right guy.
Yeah.
All right, the next guy for me is Ryan Tannehill, the Titans quarterback, and this is closer to the point that Big Cat was making about Patrick Mahomes, although it's more about Ryan Tannehill's ship finally coming in. This is a guy who's due to become a free agent. The Titans are either going to have to franchise tag this guy at $26, $27 million, which is more than anybody ever thought he would make next year, or they're going to have to let him hit the open market. Either way, if he gets to a Super Bowl, his value goes through the roof, even if he doesn't have a lot to do with it, because he led the NFL in passer rating this year at 117.5. It was the 4th highest ever for a single season. And the Titans aren't winning this game without Ryan Tannehill making a throw that would be at the top of the highlight reel for when it's time to get Ryan Tannehill paid, or to get the Titans to use the franchise tag, or to give him a long-term contract out from under the franchise tag. He's going to have to do something at some point on Sunday that you can point to and say, this is your guy if the Titans are going to advance.
Okay, bad pick, Mike. I have the best pick that is going to end this draft. It's Derrick Henry. You mentioned Terrell Davis earlier. Guess what? Terrell Davis, not a long career, won a couple Super Bowls, had that unbelievable stretch where he was out of this world good. Derrick Henry is in the middle of an unbelievable stretch where he's out of this world good. If he can win a Super Bowl this year and he puts up numbers this week and in the Super Bowl game, he might already have a case for a Hall of Fame career if he adds a couple more years on top of it, because that is the Terrell Davis argument, right? A short career, but he was the greatest for a small period of time, and he was electrifying, and he won a Super Bowl. Derrick Henry might have that same case if he can finish off this run and they win a Super Bowl. A lot at stake for him. He benefits a lot from it.
Yeah, you're right. He does. He can kind of put himself into, this class of running backs we just mentioned.
I think he's going to need a lot more. I got to look at the all-time rushing list, but I think he's still going to need Terrell
Davis played 7 years, Mike, okay? He played 7 seasons.
Yeah,
Derrick Henry's going to play 7 seasons.
Yeah, no, he is. And, I do think that this, puts you in a pretty, if he gets to the Super Bowl.
Let's be clear on this.
Okay.
Derrick Henry is currently tied with the great John Arnett for 229th place on the all-time rushing list with 3,833 yards. Let's not forget, Derrick Henry took like 4 years to get to this point. We don't know whether this is like something's going to continue or whether it's the aberration. He did not play like this his first few seasons.
Mike,
and how long can he do it physically?
Mike, if he goes 180 yards, they win on Sunday. If he goes 180 yards, they win the Super Bowl. And then you just said it, 3,500 yards. All he needs is 4 more seasons to get total yardage that Terrell Davis had. They'd have very similar resumes after that. So another great point by me. Sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
Yep, no, all good, all good. They were all great points. I mean, I always enjoy you crapping all over Florio, so don't worry. You're always welcome to talk. I'm going to go.
I still think he's got a long way to go. He's still got a long way to go, and he's got to physically hold up.
Hey, shut up. I got to go. I'm going to go with the Hunt family. The owners of the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, I mean, when's the last time they were at a Super Bowl, Mike? I mean, was that when they beat your Minnesota Vikings when you were just a little boy and shattering dreams? Right, that was the last time.
I wasn't a football fan then. I was 4 years old.
Okay, well, either way, your team lost. It was a precursor to what was going to happen, and I mean, they are the AFC a lot of ways. When you think about the Kansas City Chiefs, of course, we're in the first Super Bowl against the Green Bay Packers. It's been since 70, I believe, since they've been to the Super Bowl. So this would really benefit a family who's got great heritage and history in the NFL, so important to what we have as an NFL right now. And for them to get back, I'm going to go with Clark Hunt. I mean, the AFC Championship trophy there for a while was what is it called now?
It's the Lamar Hunt Trophy.
They
just got rid of the really cool trophy, and they have that stupid thing that looks like an oversized Monopoly token.
Stupid thing. But yes, Clark Hunt, that's the guy I'm looking at that's going to really benefit from this, justifying all the moves he made to get Andy Reid in Kansas City and everything like that.
I'm surprised this guy's still available. Matt LaFleur.
Yeah,
what are we talking about? The first-year head coach of the Green Bay Packers. He came in there facing all sorts of potential complications and adversity. You got a quarterback you got to tiptoe around. You have a team that is perceived to have a high degree of talent. It's one of the most storied franchises in the NFL. Who's Matt LaFleur? He's a guy who bumped into Sean McVay in the hallway once. I mean, and here we are, 14-3, one game away from a Super Bowl appearance in his first season as a head coach. And if they win it all, right, every time a guy wins the Super Bowl in Green Bay, they name a street after him. This guy's going to have a street named after him after 1 year, potentially.
Who are the coaches history-wise that have gone to the Super Bowl after 1 year? I know Barry Switzer and George Seifert did it, right? But they took over
No.
Oh, Switzer did it his second year.
Switzer
You're right.
did it in his second year.
You're right.
Right.
So Seifert, who else?
Jim Caldwell took the Colts to the Super Bowl in his first year. It was the year after Tony Dungy retired.
Right.
And yeah, Seifert, but, I mean, any of us could have coached the 49ers at that point and would have won the Super Bowl. So for LaFleur to do what he did with a team that was out of the playoffs for 2 years, this was not a team that was built to go to the Super Bowl. Who would have dreamed how many people had the Packers on their Super Bowl prediction list back in September? So I think it's a huge accomplishment for Matt LaFleur just to be here, but to take it to the next level in his first year as coach of the Packers, to get there, I think it means a lot for him. I win.
No, Big Cat made a better point. I won this one. You guys have the same pick in round 2. It's you don't beat me.
All right, there they all are if you're watching on TV. We will spare the radio crowd the recap. You were paying attention. You heard all the picks.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.